Have you ever felt that chill down your spine when alone in the dark? That gut feeling something or someone is watching you? Now imagine that something isn't a shadow creature, but an innocent doll sitting on your shelf. The same one you've ignored for years, dust-covered, its glass eyes reflecting moonlight, that might be slowly turning its head to stare when you look away. This is Chucky's true curse. He transformed our primal fear of inanimate objects coming to life into a disturbing reality far beyond cinema. The story begins in the 1980s when my buddy dolls invaded American homes as nightmares disguised as toys. With glass eyes, witnesses swear turned blood red in certain light, and that frozen smile seeming to widen when unobserved, they quickly became the focus of terrifying reports. An Ohio mother swore she saw one wave at her when alone, plastic fingers creaking eerily. A New York nanny quit after writing, "The doll laughs when children sleep." Not a child's laugh, but a grown man's. The manufacturer received 500-plus complaints before quietly pulling them from shelves. The true origin traces to 1906 in Key West, where young Robert Eugene Otto received a gift that would haunt his family for generations. The Robert doll, given by a Haitian servant practicing voodoo, was no ordinary toy. Staff reported hearing conversations between boy and doll, only to find Robert alone. The doll now in different positions, its fingers dirted as if it had played outside. Neighbors swore seeing it move between windows at night, face illuminated by lightning. Today, preserved in a museum, Robert still haunts. Security cameras catch it moving alone. Staff hear laughter from its locked case after hours. In films, Charles Lee Ray transfers his soul into a good guy doll using black magic. But what if I told you this ritual has real basis? During 1989's Child's Play filming, unexplained events occurred. The doll vanished from sets only to appear in impossible places, inside locked safes, atop moving elevators. The climax came when a 110-pound light fixture mysteriously fell, nearly crushing an electrician. Witnesses swore they saw a small shadow push it, and in accident footage, one frame shows something impossible, a small pale hand disappearing into darkness. In 2019, when an original prop sold for $75,000, the buyer unknowingly brought home something far more dangerous. Within weeks, the doll moved nightly, appearing in increasingly disturbing places, bedside, inside locked cabinets, once seated on a toilet with lit up. His 4-year-old had nightmares of a little knife man and awoke with 3 parallel scratches, exactly like Chucky's signature marks. When they finally burned it, neighbors reported high-pitched screams from the flames, and in the ashes found 3 human teeth belonging to no one in the household. Real cases grow ever more disturbing. In 2017, a Texas family called an exorcist when their 6-year-old began conversing with a doll responding in an inhuman voice. Home recordings capture it urging, "Cut mommy while she sleeps." In 2021, horror YouTuber Marcus Vega vanished after live streaming a Chucky summoning ritual. Final footage shows the doll moving before the camera drops, with Marcus screaming, "It's pulling me," before silence. His body was never found, but police discovered wall scratches at precisely a 3 feet doll's reach. Science offers explanations: ideomotor effect, unconscious movements, or infrasound causing hallucinations. But how to explain a 2023 case where an autistic Mexican boy who'd never seen the films accurately described Chucky's soul transfer ritual, saying his doll friend wanted to use his body to live again? Or that every culture has identical possessed doll legends despite no contact? The new Chucky series explores these sinister connections. Writers admit consulting real police files about unexplained doll cases. Most disturbing? Several actors quit mysteriously. One left only a note reading, "He told me things only I knew." Fans report phenomena while watching. Shadows moving in sync with on-screen Chucky. Voices whispering unaired dialogue. And one bizarre case where a TV kept playing the episode alone for 3 hours after being turned off, showing only close-ups of the doll's eyes that seem to follow viewers. If you own dolls, watch for these signs. Objects disappearing/reappearing impossibly, especially knives. Electronics turning on to show Chucky footage. 3 parallel scratch marks. Children repeatedly drawing a red-haired, knife-wielding figure. And worst, the growing sense you're never truly alone. The most terrifying truth? Chucky may never have been just fiction. Perhaps the films were warnings, or worse, instruction manuals. And now, as the series reveals more about rituals to bring dolls to life, who's to say someone isn't attempting them right now? As you watch this, there's a small but real chance that in your home, on a guest room shelf, or deep in a child's closet, a forgotten doll is slowly turning its head toward you right now. Plastic eyes gleaming in the dark. Fingers twitching as if gripping an invisible knife. And that smile seeming to grow wider. Because Chucky was never just in movies. He's waiting, and he loves playing hide and seek. But don't worry, it's probably just your imagination. Or is it that creaking floorboard behind you? Was that always there? The faint whisper you just dismissed as the wind. The shadow that darted across your peripheral vision. Final jump scare with Chucky's maniacal laugh suddenly cutting to silence. Before we dive into the cursed history of the Annabelle doll, perhaps the most documented case of supernatural terror, we want to hear your stories. Have you ever woken up to find your childhood toys arranged in disturbing patterns? Ever felt an unnatural chill when passing a doll collection? More terrifying yet, have your children ever spoken to friends you couldn't see? Here's what chills us to the bone. Every night, thousands of viewers watch Chucky videos in the dark, never realizing something might be watching back through their screens. That flicker in your camera wasn't a glitch. That battery drain wasn't coincidence. Subscribe now and hit that notification bell, because our next investigation goes deeper into the darkness than ever before. We'll expose the secret voodoo rituals used on set to awaken the dolls. Interview the psychiatrist who treated 3 crew members after their Chucky encounters. And reveal never-before-seen footage of the doll moving when no one was operating it. Another video will play in 3, 2, 1, unless something interrupts the signal first. And remember these words when you try to sleep tonight. Chucky isn't just a character. He's an idea, a presence, a nightmare that knows when you're alone. Will you click away and pretend this is all fiction? Or will you join us in the comments and admit you felt something shift in the room while watching this? That wasn't your chair settling. That wasn't the house cooling down. And that definitely wasn't just your imagination. The countdown to our next horror begins now. If you're still here to see it,